Little Fox.
The Adventures of Pinocchio, Chapter 3, Choices.
Poor Geppetto was locked in prison, but Pinocchio was laughing and running through the forest. Pinocchio wasn't wearing clothes and he didn't care.
I'm free! I'm free!
He shouted as he ran.
I can run and leap and play!
The sun began to set and Pinocchio was getting tired, so he returned to Geppetto's house.
I'm hungry,
He said, and he searched the house for food, but Pinocchio didn't know how to cook, so he couldn't eat.
I'm cold.
He said, and he searched the house for clothes, but Pinocchio had run away before Geppetto could make him any clothes, so he wrapped himself in a blanket.
I'm tired.
He said, but Geppetto's bed was too tall. Pinocchio cried.
I'm cold and hungry and tired, and there is no one here to take care of me.
Big tears ran down his wooden face.
Well, if you hadn't been a bad boy, Geppetto would be here,
Said a tiny voice.
Who's there?
Asked Pinocchio, a little scared. Night was falling and the room was getting dark. Pinocchio couldn't see anyone.
I am.
Said the voice again, with a chirping sound. A small candle on the table suddenly lit up. Pinocchio saw a cricket crawling down the candle.
Oh, you're a bug.
Said Pinocchio.
Who are you?
My name is Mick the Cricket. You may call me Mr. Cricket. I have lived in this room for 100 years, but I have never seen such a bad boy as you,
He scolded.
I don't like you either.
Said Pinocchio. He was mad at the cricket for calling him a bad boy.
Shame on you for being rude.
Chirped the cricket.
I am trying to help you, and Geppetto has been very kind. Is this how you thank your friends? If so, you will have very bad friends. Children should honor their parents, and you have not.
Pinocchio banged his hand on the table. He was trying to squash Mr. Cricket.
I'll show you. I can have all the friends I want.
Pinocchio screamed.
I can do whatever I want. I don't have to honor anyone. I am going to go on adventures. One day I will be rich and famous.
Mr. Cricket jumped to the floor to run away, but Pinocchio chased him and tried to step on him.
You are making very bad choices,
Said the cricket.
One day those bad choices will hurt you. You can't run away from the choices you've made. You must learn to do honest work and study to be a good boy.
He chirped and he ran toward the door.
I won't work. I won't study. I won't listen to what you say. I will do only what I want.
Pinocchio screamed. Mr. Cricket ran under the door. Pinocchio kicked the door. He walked over to the table, sat down, and started to cry.
I won't listen to you or anyone else.
He cried. He fell asleep with teardrops dripping off his nose.
The Adventures of Pinocchio, Chapter 4, Good Manners.
The next morning, the police let Geppetto go back to his house. Meanwhile, Pinocchio was at home crying because he was tired and hungry and had no clothes. When Geppetto came home, he was very angry with Pinocchio for running away.
You are a bad boy, Pinocchio. You must honor me and obey me,
Geppetto said.
Yes, Father. I am sorry.
Said Pinocchio. Earlier that morning, he had decided to try to be a good boy. Being a bad boy was not much fun. He also knew Geppetto would feed him if he was sorry.
I missed you last night, Father.
Pinocchio said. It was true too. He had wished Geppetto had been there to feed him and make him happy. Instead, he had been cold and hungry, and that cricket had made him cry. Geppetto's heart was happy when he heard his son had missed him. He did not want to be angry with Pinocchio.
Poor boy,
He said,
you look tired. You must be hungry with no food and cold with no clothes. Let's eat breakfast, and then we'll make you something to wear.
Geppetto pulled 3 pears from his pocket. He had picked them on the way home. But before he could take a bite, Pinocchio ate all 3.
Oh, I am still hungry.
Pinocchio complained.
Well, you shouldn't waste food. Finish the cores.
Geppetto said. Pinocchio ate the cores.
You're right, Father. That is much better. What did you eat for breakfast today?
Your smile.
Geppetto replied. Pinocchio realized he had eaten all of Geppetto's food.
Oh, Father, I'm sorry for eating your food. I didn't think. How selfish of me. I promise to do anything you ask. I'll even go to school if you want.
Really?
Asked Geppetto. He was happy his boy was learning some manners.
Yes, but first I need to buy a school book. May I have some money?
Pinocchio asked.
Oh, I don't have any money.
Geppetto said sadly.
But don't worry, I'll make sure you get a book.
And he put on his coat and left the house. He returned a short time later and gave Pinocchio his first book. Pinocchio took the book from Geppetto and noticed he was no longer wearing his coat.
Thank you for the book. But Father, where is your coat?
Pinocchio asked.
Oh, I don't need a coat. I'm too warm these days.
Geppetto answered, looking down at the floor. Geppetto had sold his coat to buy Pinocchio a book. Pinocchio cried tears of happiness.
Oh, thank you, Father.
He said. He gave Geppetto a big hug.
Now, how about some clothes?
Geppetto asked. They worked the rest of the day to make Pinocchio's clothes. Tomorrow was his first day of school.